offended me. No, no. Your country, you can do whatever you want. But here you go by this. Yeah. So you screwed us. You screwed us. How many other people did you screw?
No, not screw. Okay, every doctor do the same.
No, can't do that.
You know, that I have no chance to print the menu. We just called New York last week. They're not printing out yet.
Yeah.
So this cost me $1,000 to print all these, okay?
No, this is the price.
That's
today.
the price. I am taking pictures.
I don't mind it.
You even up the prices of his drink too.
I'm still working on the menu. Look at that.
Yeah.
I still,
well, you should have done that before you gave it to us. I mean,
sorry,
that's the law.
Just no chance. Okay, just a few days only. You know, weekend. Nowhere can open. Nowhere's open. Do it right away. I am online.
I'm sorry about that for you, but you're not ripping me off.
That behavior right there, especially that comment about in this country, the xenophobia is real, David.
I mean, it's just disgusting. And clearly, I mean, I'm not exactly sure where this happened. It sounded like, that elderly couple was from maybe the New York metropolitan region. I mean, it's so infuriating because what makes America so great, and yes, this country has incredible problems and we've got a lot of things that need to change. What makes it great is its diversity. The fact that we are the ultimate melting pot, the fact that there is a Korean, Japanese, Chinese restaurant probably within a stone's throw of anywhere you live in the United States. That's awesome, and we should embrace it. And we should embrace people who want to try to start a restaurant with particular food that maybe is native to where they originally came from. Although I have a feeling that this restaurant's been around for a long time. The idea that you would mistreat people like this, that just because the menus change all the time, prices change all the time. You could have asked at the beginning, hey, how much is it if I want to order this or that? But to be such jerks, to literally traumatize somebody who's just trying to give you a meal, it is just horrifying. And I hope the internet does its work and that couple is publicly identified and shamed and turned away from restaurants in the future.
Yeah, the ignorance here, this thought that, maybe it's because of the sound of your voice or the way that you look, that means that this isn't your country. Get out of here with that mess. The fact that she felt it was acceptable to bring that into the conversation about paying the bill, no, it really just shows that at the heart, that this person has a pretty dark heart, because as we see, prices are changing. There's always an opportunity for there to be a disconnect. I've received menus that for the lunch menu when it's supposed to be the dinner menu, but I didn't bring up anything that was completely irrelevant to the fact. But right now, something we are seeing in a lot of restaurants is that they are adding amounts and charging prices to food because of essentially inflation. Because of the fact that there is a fair labor shortage going on right now. And so people, sometimes they are paying other people more. And then on top of that, things are costing more. We're seeing consumer prices essentially jumping up 6.2% last month. That's the biggest inflation surge in more than 30 years. Now that was according to NBC News. The fact is that we are essentially going through an inflation problem right now. And for these businesses to stay afloat, they are going to have to increase the price of food and dishes. So, David, I don't know, how does this resonate with you?
Well, look, I mean, restaurants in particular, I mean, it is their job to serve you, to bring you your meal, to make sure that it is healthy and safe. And you think about what restaurants have gone through the last 18 months and with the pandemic and COVID and trying to keep everybody, they're trying to stay in business. They're opening their doors. They're trying to make sure that everybody has a safe and tasty experience. And this is a response, a sense of entitlement from somebody who's xenophobic and racist. I mean, that couple should be grateful, A, that they're allowed to sit in that restaurant, that the restaurant hasn't been closed, B, that they're able to be served food that is well prepared and that there's a safe environment. And yet, instead of being grateful, instead of showing some gratitude to the people who are preparing your food and delivering your meal, this is what you do. You say, oh no, you changed the price on me, how dare you? I mean, that's just ridiculous. And again, some people, if that's your attitude, if you feel that sense of entitlement, those types of people, stay at home, make your own sushi or Chinese food or whatever it is you want. Do it yourself, and if it doesn't turn out the way you want, if the price somehow is more expensive than you thought, blame yourself, but don't go attacking other people.
No, don't go attacking other people, exactly. And as far as it's concerns with this inflation issue, that's something that Biden and his advisors and also economists are saying that the Build Back Better Act is supposed to help cure, because we haven't fully recovered from the pandemic in any way as far as economics go. And the labor market, it is not necessarily as stable as it should be. And so, hey, we need something in place to make the necessary changes.